Hi everybody, afternoon, evening, wherever you are. Welcome to our Friday evening quizzy quiz for quizzers quiz. Hope you can hear me loud and clear, and you're all very welcome. For those of you who are new, just one rule, apart from no cheating, the obvious one. Sure, you don't do that. There it is. No answers on the feed. So welcome to your Friday evening quizzy quiz for quizzers. We'll just get YouTube going so I can keep an eye on you. Okay guys, you're all very welcome. You're all very, very welcome. So, quizzy quiz for quizzers quiz is quizzy. More quizzy than our Saturday evening affair, which is, or party quiz, which is a little bit more party, hair down, music-y. Friday's a tad more quizzy. So you're all very welcome. Hi Sandra, Isabel, Paddy, Jimmy, Edwina, Andy, Joe, you're all extremely welcome. A couple of shout outs before I forget. A couple of birthday requests. Cora Devlin, happy birthday. Hope you had a great day. That was yesterday. And also to your brother Anthony. Happy birthday to Cora and Anthony. And also to Alex Gladley in Vancouver. Happy birthday to Alex, Cora and Anthony. You're all very welcome. And what have I got in store for you? We've got 4 rounds this evening on YouTube and Facebook Live. We've got 3 Who's Missing, 3 famous Psalms. We've done Psalms before, but different Psalms. 3 famous equations. Back to schooly. 3 famous equations with a graphic. 3 famous inventors. Then we'll do a full course of 12 wonderful connections to fry your heads. We will do a picture round. We've got some logos from drinks, airlines. We've got some buildings. Anyway, we'll come on to that. And then we'll finish with 3 famous Psalms, which is in round 4, not round 1. Round 1 was 3 wars. 3 famous Psalms, 3 what came first, 3 famous island groups, and 3 top 3s. And because they're top 3s, there's 9 points there, if you catch my drift. So 3 by 3 is 9. So in total this evening on our quizzy quiz, hi Geraldine, Deborah, Mandy, Gronya, Michael, Alex. In total this evening, if my dodgy sums is correct, you've got a maximum of 54 points. At the end of each round, just share your team name and how well you're doing so we can keep track of how you're getting on. So 6 months on, we're still standing, and we intend to keep going with some developments that I've been threatening, but I'll tell you more about those tomorrow evening. Tomorrow evening, same time, same place, your place, party quiz with some tunes. Tomorrow evening is good, but tonight's is good. Tonight's is great. I feel happy with what we've cooked up for you this evening. So without any further ado, round 1. Question 1. 3 Who's Missing? Who's missing? So you're going to get in reverse order 5, and we'll start with 5 British Prime Ministers. Yep, you've got it. Who's missing? So jot these down. Pen, paper at the ready. Johnson, May, Cameron, Blair, and Major. Who's missing? Johnson, May, Cameron, Blair, Major. In reverse chronological order. Who's missing? Is your who's missing number one? Joe, welcome. The mountain pungs London. What's it like over there? You're very welcome, Joe. Emmett, Tannockmore, you're all very, very welcome. And Vanessa. So who's missing number one? Johnson, May, Cameron, Blair, and Major. In reverse order, there's somebody missing from that lineup. Evening, Martin. Second, who's missing? Trump, Obama, Bush, Clinton, Reagan. In reverse order. Trump, Obama, Bush, Clinton, Reagan. Again, 5. This time 5 US presidents. Who's missing? Trump, Obama, Bush, Clinton, and Reagan. Okay, so far, guys, easing you in nicely to a quizzy weekend. Hello, James on YouTube. Billy, hope you're doing well. Hope you're keeping good, Billy. And your third, who's missing? Write these down. Watch the spelling. Macron, Hollande. I'll go slower this one. Macron, Hollande, Chirac, Mitterrand, Giscard d'Estaing. Watch the spelling in the last one. Macron, Hollande, Chirac, Mitterrand, Giscard d'Estaing. Who is missing from that list? Hope you're tuning in, Severine. Just for you. Hey, William. Hey, Elaine. Hey, Ryan. Hey, Isabel and Martin. Hey, Isabel in San Diego. Hope you're avoiding the smoke in San Diego. So there's your 3 who's missing, and don't worry if you're late into my room. We'll do a recap as we always do. Okay, so there's your 3 who's missing. Your second set of 3, 4 through 6. Famous wars. I give you some clues, some years, some clues, and you give me the name of the respective wars. Famous war number 1. As you know, everything's famous here. Famous war number 1, 1455 to 1487. House of Lancaster, House of York. Is your famous war number 1. 1455, 1487. House of Lancaster, House of York. Is your famous war number 1. Hey, Alex. Sam, it'd be tough to embarrass you. Famous war number 2. 1853, 1856. Russian Empire and Ottoman Empire is your famous war number 2. 1853, 1856. The Russian Empire and the Ottoman Empire is your famous war number 2. Hey, Big Alex, you doing okay? So there's your famous 2 out of 3 wars. Famous war number 3. Evening, Fergal and Bernie. Famous war number 3. October 1899 to May 1902. Great Britain and the Orange Free State and the South African Republic is your famous war number 3. October 1899 until May 1902, Great Britain and the Orange Free State and the South African Republic / Transvaal is your famous war number 3. So 3, who's missing? 3 famous wars. And now we're going to do back to school, guys. 3 famous equations. Don't get cross. You'll be fine. You're good. 3 famous equations from the graphic. Famous equation number 1. The question mark is what we're after. Famous equation number 1. Good luck. So we're looking for what should be there rather than a question mark. Is your famous equation number 1. Okay, similar vein. The trickiest of the equations. Famous equation number 2. Again, figure out the question mark. Definitely back in the old physics class. The question mark. Hey Edith, hey Kieran, Dennis, Sean Paul, Bernie. You're all very welcome. So, famous equation number 2. What's missing here? Tricky. And famous equation number 3 of 3. Area of circle, pi, something, is your question mark. Missing link from your famous equation number 3. Okay, doke, and your final set of 3 in round 1. 3 famous inventors. 3 famous inventors. Your clues are, respectively, famous inventor number 1. The year, 1931. The inventor, or in this case, inventors, Laszlo and Georg Biro. Invented what in 1931? Laszlo and Georg Biro. Invented what? Is your famous inventor number 1? What did they invent? Derek, amazing what time does. You knew it off by heart. It's good. Famous inventor number 2. The year, 1939. Igor Sikorsky. Igor Sikorsky. famous inventor number 2. What did Igor Sikorsky in 1939 invent? Very quizzy. Not too many tunes tonight. Will be tomorrow night. And your famous inventor number 3. A bit more recent. 1991. Tim Berners-Lee. Tim Berners-Lee invented what in 1991? So there's your famous inventors. So let's put up all the questions to round 1. So let's recap. We had your 3 who's missing. So your first was British PMs, Johnson, May, Cameron, Blair, Major. US presidents, Trump, Obama, Bush, Clinton, Reagan. Who's missing from that list? Macron, Hollande, Chirac, Mitterrand, Giscard d'Estaing. Who's missing from that lineup? Famous wars, 1455 to 1487, the House of Lancaster and the House of York is your famous war number 1. 1853 through 1856, the Russian Empire and the Ottoman Empire is your famous war number 2. October 1899 to May 1902, Great Britain and the Orange Free State and the South African Republic, or Transvaal, is your famous war number 3. Then we had pressure equals force divided by what? Power, electric power that is, equals voltage multiplied by what? Area of a circle, pi multiplied by what? Famous inventors, 1931, Laszlo and George Biro, 1939, Igor Sikorsky, and 1991, Tim Berners-Lee. So there's your 3 famous inventors. So a total of 12 points available in that first round. If you want to tidy up, confer, argue, debate with your teammates, hopefully not too much argument. Okay, how'd you get on? Well, sure. Let's find out. So who was missing from that first British Prime Ministers? Gordon Brown between Cameron and Blair. George H.W., the 41st US President between Clinton and Reagan, as opposed to the one I gave you. Sneakily, I didn't tell you which Bush it was. George W. was the 43rd, so it was George H.W. Nicolas Sarkozy was your French President between Hollande and Chirac. Your wars were the War of the Roses, the Crimean War, and the Boer War, or Second Boer War, or the Anglo-Boer War. Your famous equations: area equals, pressure equals force over area. Power, electric power, is the tricky one, was voltage multiplied by current. Area of circle is, you remember that, pi or squared. We'll give you a graphic on that because I couldn't do it on the old typo. Famous inventors: the Biros, ballpoint pen, Sikorsky, the helicopter, and the World Wide Web, or the web, Tim Berners-Lee. Let's just show you these equations. Yep, there we have it correctly. Pressure, force over area. Electric power is voltage by current. P equals VI. And area of circle, pi r squared. So out of 12, let me know on the feed your team name and how well you've done out of 12. Back to schoolie was that little first roundy. Round 2, a full course. A full course of 12 connections. So for those of you who are new, you get 3 bits of information and you join the dots and figure out from what I'm rambling on about what connects. Enjoy. What connects? Connection number 1. Good scoring in the first round, guys. Excellent. What connects? Number 1. Money production, an aromatic flowering plant, and something that's like new. Money production, an aromatic flowering plant, and something that's like new is your connection number 1. What connects? Vanessa, good scoring on your Onio. Money production, an aromatic flowering plant, and like new is your connection number 1. What connects number 2? What connects the Mississippi, as in the state, not the river, the state of Mississippi, an off-white colour, and a flowering ancient genus. A flowering ancient genus, the state of Mississippi, and an off-white colour is your connection, or what connects number 2. Good scoring, Jerry. Good scoring, Billy. Excellent, James. Good job, Sam. Good scoring so far. Mississippi, the state, off-white colour and a flowering ancient genus. What connects number 3? A Roman god, a Roman god. Spock and a volcano is your what connects number 3. A Roman god, Spock, and a volcano is your famous connection number 3. And after connection number 3, I'll do number 4. What connects? What connects a trade route, a famous trade route, a natural protein fibre, and Jockey's racing colours? Jockey's racing colours, a trade route, and a natural protein fibre. What connects? Number 4. Okay, pace okay? Too quick? Just okay? Excuse me. All good. And then I'll tell you tomorrow evening what we've got moving in the next couple of weeks. It's all good. Next connection, number 5. What connects tusks? Tusks. Paul McCartney and Stevie Wonder, and a West African country. Tusks, Paul McCartney and Stevie Wonder, and a West African country is your connection number 5. Tusks, Paul McCartney, Stevie Wonder, West African country. What could that be? Well done, Billy and Una. Hope you're looking after Billy, Una, or Billy, are you looking after Una? Okay, so there's your 5th connection. Connection 6. What connects musical harmony, a state of agreement, and the US state New Hampshire? New Hampshire, a state of agreement, or musical harmony is your connection number 6. I should number these from now on. Musical harmony, a state of agreement, and the state, another state of New Hampshire is your connection number 6. A couple of tricky ones in here, just when you're getting all. These are okay. These aren't too mind-boggling. Watch the space. Next connection. What connects the move? The move, as in the band, for those of you who are as old as I am, a well-known shrub of the genus Rebus and its fruit, and a line of smartphone. What connects the move? A line of smartphone and a well-known shrub of the genus Rebus and its fruit is your connection number 7, I believe. The move, a well-known shrub of the genus Rebus and its fruit, and a line of smartphone. Welcome, Chris. I thought you were on vacation in Turkey or somewhere. Next connection. A weapon. A weapon. A ribbon. Well, these are sharp. A weapon, a ribbon, and a cockney is your connection number 8. A weapon, a ribbon, and a cockney. That was easy to say. What connects? Ribbon, weapon, cockney is your connection number 8. A weapon, a ribbon, and a cockney. Bill, Connecticut, you know what a cockney is? Connection number 9. A cereal crop. A cereal crop, a whiskey, and J.D. Salinger is your connection number 9. A cereal crop, a whiskey, and J.D. Salinger is your connection number 9. Connection 10 of 12. Star Trek. A coniferous tree. And painful longing. Painful longing. Star Trek. And a coniferous tree is your connection number 10. We're in the home straight now, guys. Connection 11 of 12. And don't worry, we'll go through them one by one. Connection 11. The penultimate connection in tonight's Quizzy Quiz. The wind and the willows. The wind and the willows. The SI unit for amount of substance. And a spy. A spy. The SI unit for the amount of substance, and the wind and the willows is your penultimate connection, or number 11 in what connects. SI unit of substance. a spy. The wind and the willows. Your final connection, 12 of 12. A hopefully well-prepared course of connections. What connects? Moses' assistant, a boxing champ, and the Mojave Desert. The Mojave Desert, a boxing champ, and Moses' assistant is your final connection of 12. So there you go. Was that up to the usual standard of the old connections? Hope so. Let's do a review, a recap, if you like, on your connections. So there you go, guys. Hola, Patricio. There you go. What connects? Money production, an aromatic flowering plant like new. Mississippi, off-white colour, a flowering ancient genus. A Roman god, Spock, and a volcano. A trade route, a natural protein fibre, and jockeys racing colours. Tusks, Paul McCartney and Stevie Wonder. A West African country, a musical harmony, a state of agreement, and the state of New Hampshire. The move, a well-known shrub of the genus Rebus, and its fruit, a line of smartphone. A weapon, a ribbon, a cockney, a cereal crop, a whiskey, and J.D. Salinger. Star Trek, a coniferous tree and painful longing. The wind and the willows, SI unit for the amount of substance, and spy. Gracias, Patricio. Moses' assistant, a boxing champ, and Mojave Desert. So as we approach half time, do you want to just tidy up your connections and let's see how well you did? But you're a smart bunch of quizzers, the smartest I've ever known. So your answers to your What Connects round number 2. How well did you do? Well, let's find out. So there you go. Money production, the aromatic flowering plant, and like new was, of course, mint. Mississippi, the symbol or emblem of the state of Mississippi, the off-white colour, and a flowering ancient genus is Magnolia. The Roman god Spock, and volcano is Vulcan. Silk, the ancient trade route. The natural protein fibre and racing colours. Tusks, Paul McCartney and Stevie Wonder. Ebony and ivory. Ivory Coast is ivory. Musical harmony, a state of agreement, and the state of New Hampshire. The capital of New Hampshire is Concord. The move, a well-known shrub of genus Rebus, and its fruit, a line of smartphone, is Blackberryism, Blackberry Way. A weapon, a ribbon even, and cockney. Bow bells, cockney, bow, cereal crop, whiskey. J.D. Salinger, the catcher in the rye is rye. We had Chris Pine, Star Trek, Pine. Mole, across the board for the spy, SI unit for the amount of substance. And the wind and the willows, Moses' assistant. And the boxing champ and the Mojave Desert was, of course, Joshua Tree, was, of course, Anthony Joshua, was, of course, Moses' assistant, Joshua. Well done. Scoring is very, very good. After round 2, I'll do round 3. Round 3, you've got a mixed bag. You've got some logos. Let me just remind myself what we've got. We've got some drinks logos. We've got some airline logos. watch out for those airline logos. Not necessarily current, but that was a bit of a help. A couple of symbols and some world's highest buildings. Interesting. Okay, let's start with the old drinks logos. I believe there's 4 of them. Identify this. Good luck. Good luck in all of them. Here's number 1. Some fantastic scoring out there this evening. You are on fire. Drinks number 2. I'm always worried in these that the answer is somewhere in there that I haven't spotted previously. There's no answer in here. Logo, drinks, company, brand number 3. Good for you, Chris, having some Turkish delight. Have quiz will travel. Isn't it amazing, the power of the old Tindernet? Drinks, company, brand number 4. Good luck. Okay, airlines. 3 airlines, past and present, although currently you wouldn't know. Who'll survive? So 3 airlines from these logos. Airlines. Number 1, or image number 5, if you like. Derek, I have no idea how you know all the drinks ones. No idea. I'll think about that one. Airline number 2. Airline. And final airline. Past, present, past. Okay, a couple of random symbols. Both you will see frequently. However, the trick is when you see them out of context or in isolation, you go, trust me, you see these every day. What's this image? Famous everyday image number 2. Okay, funny when you see them on their own, trust me, you know those images. And 3 very tall buildings. Number 1, 3 of them. Number 2, or number 11, the building. And your final skyscraper. Okay, let's do a quick recap through all things logos, airlines, symbols, and skyscrapers. Okay, so 12 images. Let's see how well you did. So, how do you feel? Do you feel confident or less so? Logos were probably okay. Symbols, buildings. Okay, well, sure. Let's reveal the answers and see how well you did. And at the end of each round, post your cumulative score and your team name so we know how well you're doing. Okay, here's your answers. So, Carlsberg, probably. Heineken, Pepsi. Did you get Bacardi? Did you get Qantas? Did you get Delta Airlines? Not Citron Airlines. Did you get Pan Am? An old airline from, I'm trying to remember that Leonardo movie. A warm front that you see daily on your weather forecast. Copyright plastered everywhere. The Empire State Building. Some interesting facts. The Empire State Building at 381 metres was the highest building in the world from 1931 until 1972. The Burj Khalifa in Dubai is now the highest building in the world at 828 metres. And skyscraper number 3, Tapai 101, is now the 10th highest skyscraper in the world. However, between 2004 and 2010, it was the highest building in the world. So each of those, in their own rights, carefully selected, at one stage or another, were the world's highest buildings. Empire State Building, pretty straightforward. Burj Khalifa, less so. And Tapai 101, well done anybody who managed to pluck that one out. We're now 3/4 of the way through, or quiz for Quizzers Quiz. Tomorrow evening, catch me if you can. Thank you, Derek. I just went blank. So people say to me, Vincent, you must know all the answers. No, I just know the questions. So I know the feeling, Derek. So catch me if you can. Thank you for helping me out there. Tomorrow evening, same time, 9 o'clock BST, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we have our party quiz, and we have some wonderful stuff cooked up for you, including a bit of saxophone. Yep, really pleased with that one. Look forward to tomorrow night and our party quiz. So your final round 4x3. The final 3 is actually 9. You've got top 3s, so there's a lot to play for. Anything can happen, and it probably will. Okay, your final round. Famous Sams. Some what came first, some famous island groups, and your top 3s. Normally 12 points per round, but on this occasion we've got 18. Hope it's all good. Well done. Fantastic. The Planters, Cahys. You're doing well, Vanessa. Without much help, I hasten to add your final round. Famous Sams. Famous Sams. Famous Sam number 1. Famous Sam number 1, a popular symbol of the US government in American culture, and a manifestation, that's a big word, of patriotic emotion. And God knows there's plenty of that around. Who is the popular symbol of the US government in American culture and a manifestation of patriotic emotion? Is your famous Sam number 1. famous Psalm number 2? Samuel Morse. What's the SOS distress symbol in Morse code? What's the SOS distress signal in Morse code? Is your famous Psalm number 2? Okay, with Samuel Morse. Famous Psalm number 3. Born Clarksdale, Mississippi, 1931. A change is going to come. The inventor of soul music. Born Clarksdale, Mississippi, 1931. A change is going to come. The inventor of soul music is your famous Psalm number 3. Maybe play that tomorrow after the bit of sax. Clarksdale, Mississippi, 1931. A change is going to come. Famous Psalm number 3. Okay, your next 3, I'll give you a few moments to make sure you got your Psalms correct, because these are tricky. You're going to have to jot these next ones down. These are the frustrating bunch of what came first. Intentionally, because you're smart. So you're going to have to jot these down, and then you have to figure out what came first. Okay, first, what came first? First. Jot down the Act of Union, England and Scotland. Shorthand. Act of Union, England and Scotland. James Cook, first voyage. James Cook, first voyage. The US Post Office established. These will sort you out. Edward Jenner, smallpox vaccination. So, what came first? Was it the Act of Union, England and Scotland? James Cook, first voyage? US Post Office established? Or Edward Jenner, smallpox vaccination? What came first? I'll be patient with you. I'll give you time on that one. Good scoring out of 36. Good scoring, guys. What came first? Number 2. Gold discovered in California. The San Francisco earthquake. The opening of the Suez Canal. And Nobel Prize first awarded. Gold discovered in California. The San Francisco earthquake. The opening of the Suez Canal, or the Nobel Prize was first awarded, is your what came first? Number 2. They're tricky. Okay, well, okay as it's going to be. What came first, number 3? First heart transplant, Cuban Missile Crisis, Picasso, Guernica, Edmund Hillary, Everest. What came first? Was it Hillary, Guernica, Cuban Missile Crisis, or was it the first heart transplant? What came first? Number 3. I have to admit, what came first are the hardest 3 tonight. But these are all scoring so highly. You need pushed. It'll be good for you in the long run. Don't worry, we'll recap at the end of the round on everything. Well, this round. Okay. Doing good. Final 6. Next 3. Famous island groups. So I give you the individual islands. You give me the group. Island group number 1. The individual islands are Hokkaido, Shikoku, Kyushu, Honshu, Okinawa. Hokkaido, Shikoku, Kyushu, and Honshu, as well as Okinawa. This island group would be known as what? Okay, Honshu, Shikoku, Kyushu, Hokkaido, Okinawa. Island group number 2, Mallorca, Menorca, Ibiza, Formentera. Formentera, Ibiza, Menorca, Mallorca. The island group, please. Tricky island group number 3, Luzon, Mindanao, Samar, Negros, Palawan. Luzon, Mindanao, Samar, Negros, Palawan. Island group number 3. Okay, guys, on your quiz for quizzers quiz on a Saturday evening, which is distinctly quizzy. Same time tomorrow night, 9 o'clock BST, 4 o'clock EST is your party quiz, which is more entertainment-y. We have some tunes as we figure out our music license, and as I say, we've got a special round with a bit of sax. Looking forward to that one, and then I'll tell you about what's happening over the next couple of weeks. So again, thank you for continuing to tune in and like and share and subscribe to YouTube. More people are watching on YouTube now than on Facebook, which is fine. You watch wherever you want. Okay, your final 3. Your final 3 are top 3s. Top 3s. So each one there's 3 points, if that makes sense. So there's 9 points available in these top 3s. Top 3 number 1. Top 3 number 1. The top 3 wine producing countries in the world. Don't have to get them in order, just have to get the top 3. Top 3 wine producing countries in the world for 3 points. Forget the order. No extra points for the order. Just give me the top 3 wine producing countries in the world. Is your top 3 number 1? It's a good point, Anna. The crack isn't as good on YouTube. That's a very good point, because we've got the old interaction on FB. It's all about the interaction. Look, we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out in the dark evenings. We'll get the formula just right with music and interaction and apps and division. Top 3, number 2. Top countries. The top 3 countries in terms of, wait for it, forest area. Yeah. Trees, forests. Top 3 countries in the world in terms of surface area for trees and all things afforestation. Top 3 countries in the world for trees and forests in terms of surface area. Is your top 3 number 2? That's good, Vanessa. You do Facebook and YouTube both at the same time. So do I. It's, yep. Whatever works. Whatever maximum effect. And your final top 3. Top 3 countries in the world in terms of numbers of people. Population. Top 3 countries in the world in terms of population is your final top 3. Okay, so let's do a recap. It's 10 o'clock and it's time. It's fine. There's no music, so there'll be nobody harassing me. We're good, as long as it's not past your bedtime, folks. Here's your questions to your final round, and thank you for tuning in this evening. We had your famous Psalms, the popular symbol of the US government in American culture and the manifestation of patriotic emotion, the SOS signal in Morse code, and your famous Psalm number 3, born Clarksdale, Mississippi. A change is going to come, the inventor of soul music. What came first? Tricky, Act of Union, England, Scotland, James Cook, first voyage, US post office system, or was it Edward Jenner and smallpox vaccination? What came first? Gold in California, San Francisco earthquake, the opening of the Suez Canal, the Nobel Prize first awarded. Which came first? Or number 3, first heart transplant, Cuban Missile Crisis, Guernica by Picasso, or Hillary ascending Everest? What came first? And your famous island groups, Hokkaido, Shikoku, Kyushu, Honshu, Okinawa, Mallorca, Menorca, Ibiza, Formentera, Luzon, Mindanao, Samar, Negroth, and Palawan. And your top 3s. There were 9 points in that last cluster. The top 3 wine producing countries, the top 3 countries in terms of forest area, the top 3 countries in terms of population. So your top 3s, there was an extra 6 points. So how'd you do? Well, put you out your misery. Here's how you did. So there's your famous Psalms. Uncle Sam, we had 3 dots, 3 dashes, 3 dots for the SOS. We had Sam Cooke, a change is going to come. It was the Act of Union, England and Scotland in 1707 that came first. It was gold discovered in California in 1848 came first. It was Picasso on that list Guernica in 1937 came first. Your island groups were Japan, the Balearics and the Philippines respectively. Your top 3 wine producing countries are Italy, France and Spain. Your top countries in terms of forest area are Russia, Brazil and Canada. In terms of population, China, India, and third on the list, you probably got the first 2, was the US of A. So, there you go. Keep posting your cumulative scores out of, didn't we agree, 54? And I think I was right. Your team names and out of 54. And thank you for continuing to follow our quiz to become radio channel, Vincent's Kitchen Quiz. And I'll see you tomorrow night. Well, you'll see me for a bit of sax and other great stuff on our party quiz. So look forward to that. In the meantime, enjoy your weekend. Stay safe. Stay tuned. And well done. Well done. Thank you. God bless. Bye-bye.